There were no mirrors in my Nana's house, no mirrors in my Nana's house. There were no mirrors in my Nana's house, no mirrors in my Nana's house. And the beauty that I saw in everything, the beauty in everything, yeah, was in her eyes. Oh,
and I'm using
was in her eyes.
Mirrors Cotton Fair.
I'm telling you, there were no mirrors in my
In a slate gray color. No, it's not plugged.
There were no mirrors in my Nana's house, no mirrors in my Nana's
White
house.
cotton dish towel.
I never knew that my skin was too black, and I never knew that my nose was too black, and I never knew that my clothes didn't fit, and I never knew
lightweight
there were things that I
and will stand up.
cause the beauty in everything, oh, was in her
Back of it so far.
eyes, was in her eyes. Oh, there were no mirrors in my Nana's house, no mirrors in my Nana's house.
Now, this part
No
here
mirrors in my Nana's house, no mirrors in my Nana's house. I was intrigued by the cracks in the wall, the dust in the sun looked like snow that would fall. The noise in the hallway was music to me, the trash and the rubbish would cushion my feet, and the beauty in everything, oh, was in her eyes.
What up, y'all? Tutorial time. Been a bit. More than a bit. Been like 6 months. But we're gonna unpack this puppy. We're gonna learn to knit today. Because it's not just a hobby. It is, quite frankly, a post-apocalyptic life skill. All you need for this is some string. This is clothesline cord. High contrast against my backing. You'll be able to see it. Needles. Use your cable needles. You can also use 2 half-sharpened pencils or the ends of 2 wooden spoons. Whatever. Pretty flexible once until you figure it out. The 2 half-sharpened pencils thing, that was how I learned. Anyway, let's get this puppy going. Alright, here we are back. We've got our needles and our yarn. What we're going to do is we're going to pull out some of our yarn. See? Big old lot of it. And we're going to put in a slip knot. That's pretty self-explanatory. You loop it around your finger. As you pull it off, you push this one through and pull. It makes it easier to adjust that way. Shush! Kids. Always keep your tail end on the other side. Now, get a hold of your yarn like this. Stick your thumb and forefinger through. So you've got a hold of it like this. Just like that. Okay? Now, let me get that out of the way. Scoot back here a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. We go along the thumb and pick up and around this one, and then back through where we just took it off of our thumb. Let it go, pull it. And then we just keep doing this. In between the one on the thumb, over and around the one on the finger, and pull it through. And we just keep doing the same thing. And that is a long tail cast on. See? Now your pattern will say how many you're supposed to cast on. We're going to do 10. 9, 10. See? 10. Now, what happens when we get done with how many we're supposed to cast on. And we turn our work. We should start knitting. But the knit stitch is really easy, folks. Really easy. Let's do that one. So, I knit continental. Sorry. It's easier to learn American and then switch to continental. So we're going to learn that one. Alright, we've got our working yarn over here. See, it's attached. And here's our other needle. Don't mind the cable, it's a pain in the butt. Anyway, if you look here, we're going to slide it in like this. Okay, so we're in the back, but we're coming from this way. Okay, so we're going to go in like this. See, we're going to stab it. And then we're going to pull it tight again. We're going to go up and around the one in the back. And then we're going to pull the loop right on through. And up and off our needle. So let's look at that again. We're going to go. Hang on a second. There we go. Can you see me better now? Sorry about that. This is our tail. It needs to stay out the way. This is what our working yarn. So we're going to go up through here, all around, and pull it through. And we're just going to keep doing this all the way across. See? It's not that hard once you get the hang of it. It's getting the hang of it that's the hardest part. Okay, last stitch. So, see, we have done our first row. Now, when we turn our work again, we can either keep going with the knit stitch, which will give us a garter stitch, or we can flip it and start doing purl stitches, which will give us stockinette. That's what we're going to try now. So, with our yarn in the front, what we're going to do is we're going to slip our needle in this way. So, they want to kiss. They want to love on each other. So, they're going to go, always make sure your yarn is in the front, this way. And then we're going to loop it around and pull it through. And this is a purl stitch. On a pattern, when it says slip purlwise, it means to slip it this way. So we're going to purl, purl all the way across. Trying to stay where you guys can see me. I'm using a paper towel holder, a cheese slicer, and some ponios to hold my phone up. So I'm hoping you guys can see what I'm doing. So we purl all the way across. And we're at the end of our work. So we're going to turn it over. And see, we've got that pretty stockinette right there. That's what that stitch is called when you purl one side and knit the other. Okay? Now we're going to bind off. Okay? We take our working yarn after however long we're supposed to be, we're going to take our yarn, and we're going to knit the first one, and then we're going to knit the second one, and then we're going to slip that first one right on up and over.
Hi, Bob.
Shush.
Hi.
Get. Sorry about that, big.
What's up?
And then we're going to knit the second one, or whatever it says to do, whether it says to bind off in pattern. And then we're going to slip that first one right on over. And this is how we bind off. See? Once you get the basics down, everything else is gravy. Okay? Dee-dee-dee. Next time, we'll be knitting in the round and how to do that. Alright? So give us just a second. So see? Not really all that hard once you get the hang of it. It's getting the hang of it that's the hard part. Now, the easiest way to start out and to get used to it is to take whatever you're using, cast on a bunch of stitches, and pull them all out. And just keep casting on until you get it. And then do the same thing with your purl stitches and your knit stitches. Just cast on a certain number and just go garter stitch, which is knitting every row. And then it's the same thing with your purl stitch. That's the easiest way to get it stuck in your head on how to do it. Because after a while it will become muscle memory and it'll be like, oh, knit 3, okay, done. So it is time consuming. But scientifically, knitting is like yoga and meditation all rolled into one, which is awesome. Awesome. Especially when you have kids and can't take the time out to actually sit and meditate. You can get in a couple of stitches here and there. So, this is our tutorial for this week. Next time, knitting in the round. I know. Sounds awesome, huh? It's not as hard as you think. Alright? Later, y'all.